Hello manager, hi people. Hi people, hello manager. Um, as you can see, it's still dry here. There's no rain. Let's go to the cylinder head here. Now, yesterday, the 22nd of March 2024, it was 104 degrees Fahrenheit. That's 32 degrees Celsius. Quite hot yesterday. Today is 28 degrees Celsius. That's 84 degrees Fahrenheit. And it's today the 23rd of March 2024. So let's go on with the story. Now, a month ago, I had the cylinder head story with the corrosion here. So I then took it to the town, big town, or almost city you can call it. And let's get the higher. That's better. Maybe it's like so. And then what happened is the engineering guy, Van Tonder, he does all my engineering works. He said he's not going to weld the cylinder head because it's a Peugeot cylinder head. It's garbage aluminium they use. So he won't weld this. He will skim it, but he won't weld it. So I took it to another two guys. They have a welding shop. And a week later I phoned them and they kept quiet, so I went to have a look what's going on. So they say the welder blew up, so they can't weld it. So I took it away from them, and that's now the second lot. And I went to a third guy. He's a big guy behind the counter, very arrogant, but he stood up and looked, excuse me, had a look at the cylinder head. He said, is it a Mercedes or Peugeot cylinder head? Then you must bypass. He won't weld a Mercedes or Peugeot cylinder head. Right, so I must go on top there by the hill to Raymond. Okay, so I went to Raymond and I asked Raymond, can he weld? Yeah. He said, yeah, those people can't weld. So I kan swys nie. Hy kan swys. Hy sal dit doen. He will do it. Right. So as we knew last time, it was a gash in there, big hole in there, right almost to the edge there. And here was it very rough, and there, and there. So, and this one, that one, was almost to the hole here. Amper tot die by die is 'n gat gekom. So, then we welded it like so. This part like so. We welded the blobs here, halfway in this hole. And we also welded it there, halfway in the hole, blobs there. And you haven't welded there yet, here, these 4 places. But you had went halfway in that hole too, and like so. So then he asked me, is it okay like this? I said no, rather give it a big blob, yeah, in the hole over the hole, there over the hole, and there over the hole. A big blob. Okay, so he made blobs here, big blobs all over here. And then I paid him 400. The first guy was 1,500. Two guys were 1,500. But the welder blew up. So the third guy said no, it's not one welded. So Raymond did it for 500 rand. So it's expensive, but still it's maybe that is a price. Excuse me. So I took it back to Van Tonder and he machined it off. So then I took the gasket, of course, and I did this with the gasket. Put the gasket right over there in its place, so. And then there's another cylinder inside here, a spare cylinder. So I checked where the holes are. So I drilled these holes here, those holes there, and it came nicely, very nicely, because now normally when you weld, there's like a ditch around the welding, around the blob. There's like a ditch, sloot around the blob. But we just took it off. The rings, the gasket was like, yeah, it made a ring like so, and the ring came around like this, and about like so. Oh, it's more round, it's more closer to here, so. And the other one came around here, and over there. So I'm not bothered about that, because it seals over here. And it's smooth. All these are smooth. So that scraping there, going on there, deep scorches there, that's not a problem. So maybe this one, but I can't feel it and see it. Cannot really feel it. So he just took it off until the black marks of the gasket went off, and then he stopped. As you can see here, is still a little bit of corrosion going on here, there, but that's fine, as long as it seals my cylinders. I'm going to use the total coolant now, the orange total coolant, not the cheap green stuff I used in that one before. So this should be okay now. But let's measure the thickness of it. According to the specifications, the maximum, or the, what you call it, the original height is 90 millimeters. Plus minus that. Okay. So this is 89.35 millimeters. Mustn't go below that. So let's have a look at this. Let's get the thing at the case. Like so. Right, and then you measure it at the thick place, yeah. Now, if I look at these hollows here, they are more or less the same, so I presume it's more or less the same thickness here than there. Okay, so what do we have here? What do we have here? Come on now, focus nicely. 89,32. There's 3 and the next stripe there is 2. So it's 89,32 millimeters. So what did they say? They said 89,35. So I'm 0.03 millimeter under spec. That means this is junk according to the script there, the specifications there. This is scrap metal. Now, I don't have money for a new cylinder head. I don't have money for a new car or engine or anything like that. This must go. It must work. The other one is even thinner than this. And that one works. So if that one can work, then this one can work better. So this is now the spare cylinder head. It goes back into my store, in my shed, and then I wonder if maybe I should take the other cylinder head off of the yellow pickup, because you've seen that one as well. It's right up to the chamber. The hole is about from there right to the chamber. I can put my finger in the hole. So big is the hole. Or these holes. One of the they're all big, but the one hole is very big. It's almost to the chamber there. Okay, so see what I can do, but at that moment I'm using that coolant. We can check the coolant again. I'm just going to get the coolant quickly, so it's going to take some time on that, and don't want to edit this video because it takes too much time of my time to edit this video. So I'm going into the shed, and maybe I must put on the light, switch the light on, and then we can have a look at the coolant here in the buckets. I'm not going to show them again because they really bad news. You can check the one bucket here, and as you can see, it looks terrible. So leave the bucket there. And I can open this one. Now what happened here? Mustn't spill. Come on. Don't spill over now. Right. This is like a green something odd color. So that is now the cheap green coolant. I filled it up with a cheap green coolant, and then I drained it because I cleaned the radiator, let them clean the radiator out. and check the leaking places and soldering it up and so on. So then I filled it up with this coolant here. That one there. That is now the coolant. This is the coolant. There. That's the coolant I now filled it. Only this coolant. No water. Okay, so just coolant. The same as here, just coolant. That is a cheap green coolant. Well, drained it out after I, of course, what happened is there must have been some of the green coolant left in the cylinder head on block on heater after I drained it out. And then I filled it with this coolant, and then I decided to clean the radiator because the engine was still running warm or hot. So then they cleaned the radiator out, but at that time I already taken the cylinder head off. All the holes were blocked. There's a video about the cylinder head, all the blocked holes, and blocked holes in the gasket and blocked holes in the cylinder block and so forth. So I cleaned all those holes out, and then I welded the cylinder head. So then afterwards, the other spare cylinder I had fitted to the cylinder block, and the clean radiator, I filled it up with this coolant. So I don't know if there's still in the heater left of that mixture there. Maybe yes. But anyway, it's still not bad because it's quite some time in this thing. I've been in this thing for some time. So I just want to take this garbage aluminium, they say it is, out and show it to you. In the holes there, it's still nice. No clogging going on there. Still nice and clean. Another piece of aluminium here. Aluminum or whatever they call it. And there it looks good. Very good. Another piece of aluminium, aluminum, whatever. So let's see. Now I don't have to check this one. Maybe yes. There's a washers now. Let's see where are the steel washers? Come on now. Yeah. The steel washers look fine. There are a few steel washers in here. There's another one. Looks good, brand new. So the orange coolant with the green coolant mixed. No clogging of stuff going on in the aluminum holes here. So put it back just now, and I don't have to check this one out because this one is right. All the holes are nice. This is a cool orange coolant all by itself, and there's aluminium welding rod in this one as well, if I can get hold of it. Still good. There's a steel pipe. So that all looks good. And if I take this bucket off, then we can look at coolant, the green coolant bucket. And that's a green coolant bucket. And I can take this aluminium out. And this aluminium doesn't look good at all. Look at all the corrosion going on there. That white blobs going on there. That's the bad stuff going on. All this white stuff going on there. That clogs the holes in your cylinder head. And that's not good. You don't want white stuff clogging your cylinder head holes or water channels, whatever they call it. It must be clean, always clean. Alright, so then I say bye bye from this video. Let's get out of this place. Put the tools back into the place there. See, there are a few bottles of the green stuff I drained out again out of the vehicles. I must use it in some other vehicles, not in this vehicles. So let's put this down here, and then I say bye bye and say tot ziens. Bye bye, tot ziens, tot de volgende keer. Until the next time, thank you for viewing. Tot de volgende keer. Baie dankie dat jy na deze video gekyk het.